On Friday, December 13th, MicroStrategy is supposed to get added to the Nasdaq 100. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions, and here's everything that you need to know about it. So what is MicroStrategy? MicroStrategy is a company that's been getting a lot of attention because of its shift of focus to its traditional business. MicroStrategy itself is a software company. Its software side of the business has not actually developed. It has not actually grown. If you look at their financial statements, I mean, it nearly cost them about $4 billion to be able to run this operation. But fortunately for Michael Saylor, who's the co-founder, has been able to find a very lucrative way, an innovative way on how to make money. He buys Bitcoins. I kid you not. That's all this company does. It buys Bitcoin. It wants to be the largest Bitcoin holder, which sounds like a great idea until you think about the Bitcoin downturns. What will happen with MicroStrategy if Bitcoin begins to downturn? It's not something that we've experienced so far while MicroStrategy has been this bullish. But nonetheless, again, tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow, December 13th, it's supposed to be added to the Nasdaq 100. And if it does get added, get ready for this thing to retest $450, maybe even $500 per share. I'm serious. It really can. I don't carry an open short. A lot of you guys know that I've been shorting it. I would be willing to go long on it if the price action supports it, right? I still do believe the company itself is a super shitty, overhyped up company that all it does is buy Bitcoin. And I think that it's taken advantage of this bull run, as it should, but at the end of it, that's all it is, right? It's able to borrow against its overall assets. It's able to borrow against its investors, and it just continues to leverage and leverage and leverage, which sounds incredible as long as the bull run continues. But as long as, or if it doesn't, then that's when this company can get into a lot of trouble. The same thing that has happened in the past before with a lot of crypto leverage platforms such as FTX that then end up losing all of their money because they become overly leveraged. A great question I got yesterday is, well, Ricky, if it was such a shitty company, how is it getting added to the Nasdaq 100? I want to remind you, SMCI got added to the Nasdaq 100. Again, it's a stock that is trending, that is bullish for a short period of time. It pumps and then it dumps because the truth will always come out. And in my opinion, this will be most likely a very similar setup. But don't get me wrong. If it's bullish and it continues to break out, make your money, ride the wave, know when to take profits. Because when reality begins to sink in, again, you don't want to be left holding the bag when the stock itself ends up selling off 80 to 90%. And in my opinion, if it experienced a 500% ROI during this crypto bull run, I could only imagine how much it will sell off after, or if, when Bitcoin begins to pull on back, what will happen to MicroStrategy? Will it lose 50%? Will it lose 80%? Will it lose 99%? Like we've seen many of them do. So nonetheless, again, tomorrow, December 13th, it's supposed to be added, and we will be trading it during tomorrow's live trading session. If it sustains itself and it goes bullish, I will go along with the bulls as long as the price action supports it. If it doesn't get added to the Nasdaq 100 and we hear of others get added, then most likely MicroStrategy should experience some negative downturn. And then at that point, I would consider shorting it. I'm in no rush to actively trade MicroStrategy. If anything, my big focus today was Tesla. I didn't trade MicroStrategy. I did trade Tesla. $8,700 is what I made, almost $8,800 shorting Tesla. My last position was actually going long on it. So I was able to short it into the downside and then go long into the aftermarket hours, closing my overall trade and leaving myself with my one lucky share. So I'm ready for tomorrow. I don't care if it's bullish. I don't care if it's bearish, but I know that on the 1 hour time frame, Tesla has been bullish. I'm just waiting to see if we get confirmation of this thing to break below that EMA line and begin to retrace down to the moving average where I can open a short position if the price action supports it. Just like you guys know, I like to take it day by day. Again, I have no open position on MicroStrategy, but I'm super excited to follow up. If it does get added to the NASDAQ 100, get ready for a breakout and get ready for a positive catalyst that will most likely cause MicroStrategy to increase in price. So if you're shorting it, this would not be a good time to short. If it doesn't get added, then it could act as a negative catalyst, causing the stock price to sell off as investors begin to lose hope in the company as it didn't get added to the Nasdaq 100, as that was already somewhat factored in. So very excited to follow up. I hope to see you in tomorrow's live trading session. And if you want to join, it's the second link in the description down below, and you can join for as little as $1 a day is what it breaks down to with the current sale we have going on. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. And again, if you want to join us as soon as tomorrow, it's the second link in the description down below. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.